My name is Peep and welcome back to episode 2 of the KFC dating sim game. We're on day 2. I took a little bit of a break because I'm tired of talking. Anyways, you meet up with your bestie and friend of the school, Miriam. I love you. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches you into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might like Pop. What? Like him? Like him? Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too. Wait, he's not a kid? I thought he was a kid. Okay. I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, he's really smart. So I all kind of story about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders enlisted in the army when he's only 3? Not only that, but he founded a special unit of super soldiers who all wear the same hats just because he put a hat on one time and thought it'd look cool. But Colonel Sanders doesn't even wear a hat. He wears a ribbon tie. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great, but why would he be into you, I guess? Well, if you have the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing, it's definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie laughs. Oh, not laughs. Man, your bestie eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam texts to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, I lovely man in a while I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passions for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it did a powder created from super doobie rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you post Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? I can't tell her. Think of a fake ingredient. I quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about I have Newt. I know it sounds like some kind of wish potions, but what can you do? I have Newt. Wow! Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around as the thumb typing on her phone, but you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to prove what she's definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes, cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Stand back, Myers. Okay, we're gonna stand back. His horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse glance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps a beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. What a horseful beaut you have. Dang it, that's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Jeremy. Jeremy just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and we were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you get to the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something very bad by the way they're hiding. You know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulders, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting mature. You act like you're not interested in them, but really try to get a closer look. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping, and you try to cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. Ahem, it's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. You know, now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than a culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panche, and it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it is they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins on him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing. Before you can dig it any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Hank must be running late, and he's such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazy men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely you must know that this is a ruse, right? Just Van, get a hold of yourself. Save it for the arena. At least, or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help with your business plan? Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention in the lesson, truly you do. Which is why, in 1777, the signing of Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to Sprinkles, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Jeremy? Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A dog biscuit. Because of the shape it's baked in, you assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles, an example of his own culinary talents. Perhaps you reach out for it when Sprinkles jumps a bite into your cooking apron. What kind of monster would steal a dog's favorite biscuit? Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks on in horror as you fall unconscious from the embarrassment. Can this be the end? I never even got to taste it. Getting between a dog and his bone probably isn't a great choice. Aw, man. Alright, so I'm back, and I decided to change what I said before just because, you know, I want to get a better ending. So instead of a dog biscuit, I'm going to try the shimmering pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body's not prepared for the heat. Pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend, ooh. Well, his eyes, they're like flickering, not blinking. This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh, you must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through. To fulfill the prophecy. You must... You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via time competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Step up and tell them you're on. A bunch of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to swipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool. Fool! Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Jeremy. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Then a huge light blasting your face, flashing the word timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Ow! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me. And in case you're wondering, I hope it's a message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken and made mashed potatoes and gravy one day, and you're feeling like you can really impress him here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. 100 Fahrenheit. That's wrong! What do you think, Jeremy? Get your head in the game. You're going to need season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly. You have to have an idea. How many herbs has he to use? 7? That's wrong. Even Steven who? With better than that, in a miniature kind, no less. Now you've got some basic steps to one. Time to elevate your craft. State of mind, most. Trust? That's wrong, man. I suck at this. I'm begging you to get together. Get it. I'm a dog in the wrong time for some jokes. Is 3 wrong enough to cause a game over? Yep. Okay, try again. That's right. How could you ever gotten into the school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need the seasoned chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. I'm gonna say 10. Gratitude. That's right. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up your pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you should never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his day and draw energy from that place. Now I'm a great. Okay, where does it come from? Small town. And that's just sure. You're not going to miss it. Oh! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Silence, sibling, bubbling. Ah, I hate this so much. You know, Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Jeremy. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you make you totally forget what you were doing. How do you think about Colonel Sanders? How many spoonfuls of gravy? What? And as far as only desert cookbook, which do you take? What a hunk! I know, right? You know what? You shouldn't be focused on the challenge. You're falling behind. Why, game? What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Oof, woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuits dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance tantalize at a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Jeremy does. A good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. It's an easy way, a hard way. You get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You really shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Jeremy, no! You're not fast enough, your hands get stuck, immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad. And here I am with the completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No. It wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Jeremy's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor and tastes good and tells a story of excellence. Well, it's a heart dish. I was going to ask Jeremy to go to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamy of delight hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Oh, yummy! Inside you'll find a delicate fried cheese, whatever that means, a top of sliced honeycomb, ice cream two ways, tender nut, and pearls of blueberry jelly. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity is in your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you! As he plays sauce her finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something to his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize what did you feel. Put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. Reach out with your apron to wipe the sauce off his glistening face. Oh no, his face! He recoils and brushes you back. This goatee isn't a fast statement, it's also affectional. I was saving that flavor for later. There's 11. That's right, you might know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Hugging wail intensifies. Internalize the rage you feel. Your rage burns so intently with your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch on fire and turns to ash, and they fall off your face. Oh my goodness, which means people have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Well, I mean, I relate, but I have eyebrows. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried eyebrows, you run for the quad to be alone. Oh my goodness, the beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. It's like I'm playing this game. I don't really care to I'm just playing this game because it's funny. I don't even care about Colonel. Meh. He's okay. You try to hide from him. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from devastating loss, but from running with a mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. A failure is part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well then, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've never walked other paths, but I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician, whatever. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. People see my delicate ribbon tie and well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together. Which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something in night inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. It's the Spork Monster. Gorgo, the Spork Monster, is here to fight our hero. Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorgo, but I've sworn we already battled you last night. I was working my twin, and I, Gorgo, am here to avenge them. Are you stronger than Gorgo? Well, we're twins, so not really. You're pretty exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He is already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Gorgo pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about... Oh my goodness, let's skip that. I think what Jeremy is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose, really don't need to fight. It's just that I've got these pointy teeth. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do. Inspiration strikes, and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this! He tosses a biscuit into Gorgo's open mouth, and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious! You're much nicer than the evil students who, once upon a time, turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a chihuahua, but I was still a student at the school. One day, some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast an enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook? Precisely. Gorgo used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and angoli. If you need me, don't fear. I'll be there. It sounds like there are some bad books in the kitchen of life. Jeremy, together I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. Personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. Oh, wow. A very nice view. It looks like you live in such an excellent life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago I made a decision to never stop searching, never stop working, and never stop imagining. Have you been working on any recipes journal lately? I'm always excited to talk about food and another ambitious chef. Well, there's something, it's just a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balanced flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perks up as he starts to wonder what dish he might be describing. It's meant to be a pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation or keep it a secret just for you? I'm gonna reveal it. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders looks away. Magnificent! Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. He's gonna, get the DNA out of it to see how I made it. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now could be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can get a closer look at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on item to discover something new about Colonel. Is swept out with a breeze. It's so funny. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cherishing them. You look closely, see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. If this is Pete, take a closer look at the urns sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plague on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the ashes of my past careers of business failures." Poor guy. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar. What the heck? A piece of wood floating in a lake. Summer of 69. No, it's one of those secret recipe ingredients. It's tap on item. Okay. What's this? Elegant silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Further upon inspection, you realize that the hair, therefore, isn't in a silvery color. It's actually made of spun silver. You know, it's very real stuff. Chicken, sitting farm table, when you pick it up, you realize it's just realistic. It's real. Texture must have been important. It's called when it was alive. The true state of bird is great state of Kentucky. Open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take off one of the hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit too big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in its scent. They say at home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? It's so weird. Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel's returning. He has a new dish, and he has been working on it, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks why you are wearing his jacket. He's gonna loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Of course it does, because I'm awesome. Oh crap, the jacket! I forgot to take it off. You decide now is the moment to make your big move. Tell him you're cold. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. It's got a little cold and thought this might warm me up. Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots close to the fireplace. It's warmed by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? Suddenly, everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow, and you should be thinking about what you're going to cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. No! But thought of leaving Clonal in the midst of such emotional breakthrough gives you a pause. You stop yourself. Clonal? Yes, Jeremy? Honestly, I think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. It's so awkward. I don't know why. It's just so awkward. You talk late into the night and drift off into slumber. Dream sequence. Oh my goodness. You wake up, for morning, Clonal Sanders, hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Clonal Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today's a day that would change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, isn't even legal, but if the recipe is a secret, then how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously placed breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. It's a simple breakfast. I just woke up. Oh my goodness. He takes Colonel Sanders' food and takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So would you say that we're the perfect match? No. How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such coincidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to Cookie? Flatter him. Take him down a peg! Let's flatter him. I think we make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion, confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is waiting there for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something happened to you. It's okay, But now that it turns you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date! I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Pop, he asked me to go out with him. Of course I told him, you better harness those wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time and get to know me, and I said, yeah, sure, I'd get to know the little guy. Long story short, he took me to his favorite shush house, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did you just say shush house? As if that's the thing that people say. What is that? What is that she's referring to? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. Okay. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam's offers support to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious! Alright, I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dip, too. That's so mean. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There's a horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle, beautiful creature? You got some nerve, Jeremy, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. Clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's accident makes you wince in pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. You might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Jeremy, how's that hand feeling? I'm pretty sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hand, Colonel? Yes, I almost broke my nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner has decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? What about the flavor of my, delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? Yeah. It was clear that you're passionate about your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Jeremy. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Jeremy. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from the sighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's that book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful. I can think of surely one surefire way to find out. You open a page that covers with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the pages. I could use a spell that says it could erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you come up with something else, like anything else, not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. I'm not doing that. You took your friend's voice. Advised to put away the book. It's almost time for class. Sprinkle's already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his throat to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog. Home give him a snack. Dogs can be other pictures. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched in the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking out uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Trance, I told you never come back here. Trance! Terrence, I will destroy you! Sprinkles is barking furiously, drool flying off his face. Squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt not only by Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Jeremy, for reminding me to dole out this inexplicable bit of wisdom. You see, before you can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by sad whimpering coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for class! But I miss you! We went on one date, Pop, and now how can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads in his case to Miriam. Every time I blink, you go away again! That's a really cute thing to say, Miriam. Miriam, what happened between you and Pop? I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me. I didn't get in trouble. I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blames me for getting him banned from every museum we set foot in. Oh, so that's what you meant by shush house. Pop, we went on one date. We're over. And it meant so much to me that I made this for you. Too hurt to go on arguing, Pop leaves his creation behind and runs out the room. That's so cute. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. That was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead, the final competition, showdown, challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about a coming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me like that in front of everyone? Her tiny coca is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to settle on your Colonel Sanders, Stanley and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe, sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with, something on it. If it's not Papa Plank or anyone else meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person. You shouldn't set out the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review the menu for today. I'm going to make a special soup. I bet that first dog is gonna love it. While you were pep talking Miriam, you truly missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea on how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena and practice early for a dish. This is it. Location of your final challenge. Test of will. A test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van as opposed to Man and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through the quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Jeremy's famous chicken pot pie. After recipe for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Jeremy, what are you doing here? It's still time before the exam. You're just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. Pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. It's delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone, so the last time you let Colonel Sanders in your head, it cost you a cookout. You decide that it's time to put your cooking on your original desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven goes off behind you. Fuss about your practice dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a Popeye from 400 yards. That's oddly specific distance, but you expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie from just the smell. Not just pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with all the butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can smell that it was made with a heap helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. That is with everything you've got. You step into the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus pot pie have already practically their dishes that are putting over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Little Sato seems to be harnessing his 11 herb spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. He tests the other room, starts at full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam firstly injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend, bastard blaster! Van flexes his pectorials as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid! Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's a singularity as he was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're just not to see her win another battle. You should take this opportunity to. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? This is a tough one. I think I'm gonna do it the hard way, though. I'm gonna cast a spell. If I mess it up, who cares? Take out your own spellbook and let your instincts guide you to a page you've never seen before. It's a summoning spell that will conjure up a spark monster. It now seems like a good time to add some chaos into the mix. You have summoned me. The roomy cooking arena. So many fond memories of battling this place in my old life. In your old life? I wasn't always the monster you've seen before. No. Once I got a student like yourself who attended the school. Spark monster notices the book you're holding. I see where you're going there. Things are going your way, huh? Been there, my friend. I try to cast a spell on myself to imbue my body with the powers of my favorite foods. As you can imagine, things not go as planned. The spell says only cast in case of emergency. They meant it. I'm kind of in a pinch here. Got any ideas? Spark Monster smile curls up mischievously. For starters, never cast a spell on yourself. Cast them on your rivals. Just tell me who's giving you trouble, and I'll make very good care of them. You motion to Ashley before you can think of any of this bastardly decision. He recites a spell that turns into a chicken. Now a mere bird, she flaps her wings and glides off into the produce section of the arena, far from her station. Okay, gotta go, bye. Oh, this could be dangerous. Immediately racked guilt over this act of blatant transmorphication. You don't worry, you know what to do. It would just poetic justice for Ashley to live out the rest of her days as a chicken. Yeah, that seems unspeakably cruel. After all, it's just a cooking competition. Try to save her. To the next page and cast a reversal spell. Chicken. Ashley immediately transforms back to herself. Bonk? She's in shock and still exhibiting some chicken-like movements, but otherwise she appears to be alright. Is it just me or does the chicken seem remarkably fresh today? Right then you realize Colonel Sanders wants you tired, sabotaged. He is not impressed. Your heart sinks as you think how much you might disappoint him, or chance any kind of future together. Having also a huge setback, you don't know if you could ever win. You summon extra power from deep down within yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese. Orange coloring energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for. Yes, Jeremy, you're a chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My hair is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world up my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground, energy courses through your body. You know that this power you can do anything, except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, the chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven, you can't be served. But don't worry, dear Jam, you have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you managed to make is mac and cheese, and the time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, some things unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting, if continued combined forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. I do like chicken and the mac and cheese from KFC. It's pretty good. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop, clank. From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. I'm flying! It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? Oh my goodness, I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs, maybe I can be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly your material. Wait a second, pranks, clank, where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear signals from rural, beep, or other Activia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged. I guess I'll have to figure out that later. Leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after today's hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I made tender union noodles and savory soup. Ooh. My word, it's so delicate. Is that teeny tiny, Narjmaki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and spring tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully steps around the dish, opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was just less than thimbles worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Jeremy, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard and an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? Exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leads into a sniff of uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof! Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr! Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past the needles. He reels in as his tongue pokes and froths. Ouch, my tongue! Professor appears to be having electric reaction to the city. Can't eat this. Keep from my tongue. This all died. Stunning turning event. Who would have thought that certain couldn't bowl made of needles make it difficult? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the light. Disqualified for glamour! Don't discount his empathy. This isn't the last you've heard of me. For forcing us to endure this one time for another moment, Sprinkles irritatingly laughs at a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps my agate tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup, topped with French mirror and connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I ask you to please refrain from eating or attempting to taste it anyway. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food. At a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Jeremy? I told you, it's a display piece. Actually, I must say, it is beautiful. However, it is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did a really good job cooking it, too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged eating, I would go to the College of Eating School for the hungry. Suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might interrupt the sugar spiral. If food cannot be eaten, I cannot be judged. You are disqualified. That's so funny. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally... Okay. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you! And with that, Ashley stormed off to redelegate herself into the best, but this time being shacked by trying to be fake nice like for everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. This class is much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook-up, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of just mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. Somewhere in the room, a literal drum plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, give me this thing. It completely blew me away. In my 49 long years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. So delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you get a pass. And everyone gathers around and partakes in the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Cole Sanders made a new menu item. The menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back by its magnificent fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they meant that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. Therefore, it's supposed to be more battles. Come now. How could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone graduated, students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria is completely redecorated in order to save the site as the graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog in the house! Ow, ow, ow! You know that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also world-renowned turntablist? Who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone they've committed themselves to fighting the wrongs they did when they were villains. Ashley is so cute. My goodness. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed in the graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. So trick to get you all to notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's a Spark Monster. He has totally mellowed out. Everyone, this Spark Monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer that everyone refers to him a new name, Party Monster. The student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone's too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected, students walks off. Oh my goodness, Miriam, you're so cute! Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found love in her cooking, and you know she's doing great. The red carpet rolls out across the floor of the bathroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who would command such an entrance? It's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking in the carpet, you perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured the least we could do for the school's deal. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of Chandler's of such and such. Miriam, will you be my lady king? What an incredible turn of events, and an offer to join the royal family. It's like a dream come true. You'll get to be a princess, or maybe a queen. I'm not sure if he even knows. But either way, crowns and gowns, baby. I'm sorry, Pop, but I'm not interested. Not now, at least. I got so much to do with my life. A twist on a twist. So many more 3-day universities to attend. So many tiny foods, malefices sculpt, and then watch accidentally blown away by a single sneeze. Okie dokie. The music of the dance interrupted by the sound of sparkling and electoral hissing. It's Clank who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I graduated, I can reveal my truth. Well, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank. I am not from this earth. I'm actually from faraway planet and another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. A portal opens up and Clank appears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Oh, he's so casual and boring. It's just like the first day you met him. He has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to give just them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in history, chicken and man, by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end. What a game. No, it's not the end. Oh, damn. As everyone's feast on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Jeremy, what are you doing singing alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder who might you tell me? What are your qualities that you expect to find in such a lucky person? On top of my head, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It is truly my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand, Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Jeremy. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe in help. I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on our time in school here, do you really think running restaurants is your best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef. Can you live by only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with other love? The life of an interpreter? I suppose I can enroll at pastry school. Oh, my dear Jamie, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. Well, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed watching. This is such a silly game.